going back to the March for Australia, let's talk solutions, because they all say, oh, stop immigration. I'm like, okay, cool. What does that look legislatively? Now, I might cop a lot of flack for this. So lefties, I hope you're ready to clip this video. But when I did my debate with Abby Chatfield and Hannah Ferguson and Conrad, we were talking about immigration and I couldn't get a word out. I'm like, I'm the children of immigrants and I couldn't get a word out and say, no, it's too much. We need to lower it. The policy we need is a policy where we govern, we actually look at the values and we actually police them. Because everyone that comes in, there's like 20 Aussie values. They're like, sign it and there's no assessment. We actually need to properly assess these people and we need a language test again.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about values, it's loose, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, the Liberal Party has values. We need to adhere to the values. The Labor Party has values, Australia has values. No, I would argue that we have culture and we have an identity here. And identity is a really hard thing to fly the flag on, but our culture is unique. Yeah. And I want to preserve that. And unfortunately, the way you carry on or the way you speak or the way you're, conducting yourself in our country is not conducive with our culture. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I have to say goodbye to you.
Yeah, look, I agree. So where I was going with this was legislatively what that looks like is the White Australia policy. They actually had a legislative framework to reject people that didn't have our values. So when I look at the immigration that's going into Australia right now, I'm not seeing white South African farmers. I'm not seeing people that are, white Christians getting in.
Well, if they are, they're the minority. I would imagine. There's probably some, but not a heck of a lot. But let's face it. Let's talk about that. What that immigration pathway looks like. Yeah. You've got a wonderful office here. I think there's an immigration agent sharing this level with you. When I was hunting around.
There is, to my chagrin.
They're obviously on the tit, getting paid. Creating pathways to Australian citizenship. Yep. And this is what it is. You've got 2.7 million temporary visa holders in this country right now that all want to be Australian citizens. None of them want to go back to Bangladesh, mate. They don't want to go back to Mumbai. They don't want to go back to the Middle East, and they don't want to go back to sub-Saharan Africa. They want to be here and they want to stay here. And they will do everything they can to make that happen. Now, Australia last year, generous country that we are with our wonderful benefit system, made 446,000 of them permanent residents. That's a record number. But we're reducing the permanent migration number. We're going to bring it back.
If I can just take 20 seconds of your time, I apologise for interrupting this clip. If you'd like to support Turning Point Australia and what we're doing to help keep the lights on and keep the work going moving forward, please check out our website at tpaust.com.au. We've got a range of merchandise, whether it's the Make Australia Great Again hat, whether it's the other shirts that we have, or the educational maps that we have. Please go and support. If you don't want to buy any merch, that's fine. You can also support us by buying us a coffee and becoming a regular subscriber for as little as $4 a month. I'll let you guys get back to it. Thank you so much.
But you're not touching temporary visas.
Yeah.
But, that's because the temporary visas feed the university sector, which breeds the ideology that's undermining our culture. This whole thing. So legislatively, what does it look like? During COVID, we shut the borders. We shut the borders. Yeah. And the house prices still went up. so let's be. If we shut the borders, the housing market will collapse and no one will have babies. I can guarantee you that plenty of people were making babies during COVID because there wasn't much else to do. Yeah. And the house prices went up because the banks lowered interest rates to support the property market. Look, the Ponzi will continue being the Ponzi, whether you let in 2 million people or not. You free up some housing stock, you take some pressure off the pricing, and you get 250,000 Australians. I know they say it's only 125, but it's probably 2 or 3 times. So let's say 250,000 Australians that are living rough right now in cars, in car parks, in tents, into houses. Look, coming into your office, Joel, beautiful spot that it is here. You got a homeless guy sleeping outside your door next to a Red Bull and a For Lease sign.
Yeah, that's new.
Welcome to Sydney. Yeah. But we've got the same things in Brisbane. Melbourne, dude, you've got a homeless guy outside every doorstep. Yeah. So is it working? No, it's not working. You drive anywhere from Brisbane or Sunshine Coast down to the Gold Coast at the moment, you just see homeless people living in parks. That's what you see. That's not what it used to be like. Homeless people used to be a choice, not the only, there's no other option for me. Yeah. Right? So when good Australians, working Australians, and I know this because I know lots of people in business. I've been in business for a really long time. I know guys that own $100 million plus businesses, and I know guys that own $1 million businesses. And they all say the same thing to me. My apprentices and my employees have got nowhere to live, and they're asking if they can sleep in the car park because they can use the toilet here at night time. Think about that, mate.
It's criminal. It's
not just criminal. It's treasonous.
Absolutely.
It's treasonous. Now, combine that with a senator telling you that they want to burn down Parliament, and I'm sorry, but I'm ready for lynching.
Yeah. Well, she's she's how much is she on? 450K a year
Plus.
plus benefits plus maybe a pension in a few years.
And I'll throw it out there. She's probably getting a kickback somewhere along the lines from some foreign interest.
Yeah.
That hates us.
Yeah.
There's lots of those around right now, and there's strings everywhere. As I've found out since I walked into this minefield,
yeah,
foreign interests are pulling strings everywhere right now. I don't think your average Australian who doesn't understand how the preferential voting system works fully understands what is happening in the centres of power in this country.
Thank you so much for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed this particular clip. If you want to support this show and keep the lights on and support everything we're doing at Turning Point Australia, please head to tpaust.com.au where we've got hats, we've got shirts, we've got maps. And if you don't want to buy any merch, that's perfectly fine. If you want to just buy maybe a cup of coffee a month, for as little as $4 a month, you can help us get a small, long black to actually support the show and actually keep things going. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later.